When I was 17 years old, I had 2 women that warned me not to marry the man I was dating. One of them was his mother, and the other was my mother. At the time, I thought they were both wrong, and it took me almost 40 years to fully understand what they were trying to tell me. Hi, I'm Lynn, and I'm becoming Lynn. Today, I just wanted to share a story from my life that took me decades to understand. So I met him when I was very young, still in high school. And we dated almost 11 years before we got married. We were two different, complete different people. But when you're young, I feel like those differences can be exciting instead of concerning. And this is not a story about regret at all. It's about the stories that we learn when we're young, hopeful, not yet wise. And I think when we're 17, we tend to believe that love can fix almost anything. This is the first red flag that I saw. And this was when his own mother told me not to marry him. Although I interpreted this a little differently at the time. He was very, very close to his mother. And I just assumed she was being protective over him. But years later, when he finally proposed to me after 11 years, my mother also had the same concern. And this was due to the fact that he loved to gamble a lot. My grandfather was also a compulsive gambler. So my mother had to live with us all of her life. And she recognized the signs way earlier than I did. But when you're in love, you feel like love can conquer just about anything. So now when I look back on it, those 2 women in my life, they weren't trying to stop my happiness, but they were trying to protect my future. But that wasn't the only red flag that I saw in this relationship. The second red flag that I saw or that I missed was mistaking comfort for compatibility. So again, we had spent 11 years together before we got married. And when you spend so much time together, you become part of each other's life. Your routines, your friends, your families, everything becomes so familiar. And I think for me, that's the reason why I stayed. I knew him. I knew his family. And what better thing to do next in my head was to marry him. And that's what I did. I married him. Looking back now, I realized something I couldn't see when I was younger. Being comfortable with someone doesn't isn't the same as being truly compatible with them. I think comfort can make you feel safe at the moment, But compatibility is really what sustains a life together. And there was a third red flag that I thought I could fix. It got really dark out. There's a storm coming. So the third red flag I didn't understand at the time was believing that love could change someone. When you're young, you believe that if you love someone enough, if you stand by them long enough, things will get better. I believe that. I believe that love, patience, and time would eventually fix the thing that worried people around me. But what life teaches you is something different. Love can support someone, love can encourage someone, but love can't change someone who is not ready to change themselves. That took me years to understand. So I don't tell this story with regrets. That relationship gave me two beautiful daughters, and they are one of the greatest blessings of my life. But what I do understand now is that sometimes the people who love us see the warning signs long before we're ready to see them ourselves. Even the hardest seasons of life can shape us into who we're meant to become. And I believe that no matter our age, God is never finished writing our story. And at 59, I'm still becoming.